Conquering Mount Scrap with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with probably the fastest, easiest, fun scrappy block you've seen in a long time. I'm calling this one Flutters. It is so quick, so easy, and we are going to be teaching you a little bit more about the half square triangles because there is some technique in here, but these are fun and fast and quick and a great scrap buster. An absolutely excellent, both for your colors and your low volume. So you can make this thing totally scrappy. But first, let's get to our shoutouts. Dixie Quilters and Parks Crafty Creation. Both of these channels are going to be in our show notes below, so go look them out, look them up, and find out what they're up to. Those guys are having fun. So that's all you need to know. If they're having fun, go check them out. If you like what you see, tell them Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. And they don't know this is coming, so this is all a lot of fun. The next up is our Zoom Sundays, the first Saturday of every month, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I'm in Alberta, Canada. We just have, excuse me, we have so much fun in those sew dates. And if you don't feel like sewing that day, you want to bring your crocheting or needlepoint, bring it. We're more inclusive than exclusive. We also have a Facebook group, and we have Virtual Sewing Room hosted by Discord, and we have all sorts of fun community chats and fabric exchanges by country to save on postal costs. The admins say, please answer the question, please agree to the rules, otherwise I can't let you in, and they have to get back to you and all the rest of the stuff. So it's kind of, they want to keep that room really safe for quilters, both the Facebook group and the Discord room. They want to keep it safe. Also, I speak for free to quilting guilds and quilting groups. And if you're looking for a speaker and you think of me and you want to, a bunch of things about how to use your scraps, I'd be happy to accommodate you on the schedule if I can. Also, shout outs. If you guys see shout outs of YouTube quilting channels, pass them along to me and I'd be delighted to give them a shout out. You can get a hold of me either for a speaking engagement or a shout out. Under the About tab is my email address, and under the Facebook group, you can just private message me there. I'd be happy to do what I can for you guys. It's my way of giving back to the quilting community. And when I speak to a group, I will also bring gifts. So this is kind of an unusual thing that I guess that speakers do. Also, I have got involved with 2 collaborations this spring, summer, and fall. The first one was the Quilters Circle Challenge, and then involved Kelly from Kelly Quilts Plus, Sam Alberts, Deb from Sewing with Debbie, Michelle from Bits and Pieces, Future Cat from New Zealand, and Kelly from Silly Moon Quilting. And we're just having a blast. We come up with a theme, and we challenge each other, and we challenge our viewers. And it's amazing what beautiful things we're seeing out of that challenge. The other one is being ran by Handmade by Ying with Donna. And Donna has assembled a bunch of us to do back to basic videos. And it's perfect for the beginner, but it's also really good for the guy that's been around the block for a while and they've picked up some bad habits. I really strongly recommend you make sure you subscribe to every one of them. That way you're not missing those lessons, because those lessons are turning out to be a lot of fun. Like, we're filming this on June 1st, and wow, I'm impressed at the lessons that we've got coming out of there so far. Also, let's see, So Yeah is doing their annual Charity Quilt for Alaska drive. So now if you're seeing this after August 15th, I'm sorry you've missed out, but like I say, we're filming June 1st, so I'm not sure where this is going to fall in the filming or in the schedule, but this is a really good program to get involved with. And their YouTube channel and their .com are going to be in the show notes. And like I say, if it's after August 15th, you've missed it for this year, but get ready for next year. They're doing this as an annual thing. And this is a good way of helping people out, like, sending out some good karma into the world. Now, our next sew along is going to be Disappearing Pinwheel. Right now, Happy Scrappy Overflow is just underway. Disappearing Pinwheel is going to be fast and quick because it's like a weekender quilt. Like, it's a very quick quilt, fast quilt to do. And it's a lot different than the other typical Disappearing Pinwheels that you see. It's the purple and white quilt that's usually behind me. This one's the sunflower quilt, but it's the purple and white quilt and every time I have it up, people make all sorts of comments. Oh, what is that? It's a Disappearing Pinwheel. Also, I think, we've covered everything. The Zoom sew dates, the first Saturday of the month, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We've covered everything. So come on in. Let's get to the sewing of Flutters, the simplest scrappy block you're going to make. Okay, we're at the sewing machine. Very quick, very fast. Now, I gave you the traditional cutting instructions. I use the easy angle ruler, and guys, if you haven't got one of these rulers yet, you should. It has that squared off tip already, you know, part of what's going on. It, you know, it's just so nice to cut with, right? You already have one tip squared off. And with this block, because I wanted you guys to think scrappy with this, it's easier to make two at a time, you know, two different ones at a time, or you can, you know, change up your low volumes or whatever. But this does work really quick, really fast. So let's get this baby underway. And I'm just going to take my time, line this baby up. There we go. Now, if you're sewing with the tips, right, take your time. Make sure you're not wobbling too much, right? Especially on these longer triangles. You know, make sure that it doesn't all of a sudden start coming undone, or your seam allowance is still at a good 1/4 inch all the way through. And now with these ones are sawed off. I like to throw the sawed off side first in, but what we're going to do is you can put either one in. If you got the traditional method, you're going to be pointing like that, right, with a point, and you just ease it in and then let it take off all the way down to the end, and you get past that end, and then you put your next pointed one in. So that's how fast this goes, right? This is like lightning fast, this. Okay, so now you only have the one to cut off, which is fine. Now I press to the dark when I'm doing these, right? So you just finger press. Then you're gonna give this a good press, right? Later. Oops, let's get this. And we'll just run one of these through, a couple of these through, just to prove that we can. No, I know what we do. We're going to sew it like this. We're going to get this on through this one. There we go. I wish I had more of this low volume. This one was fun. It has saws and screws and chisels and wood bits and all sorts of fun stuff going on with it. And we'll get that tip off. There we go. And we'll press to the dark. There we go. There. And then we'll sew this together. It's got kind of a fun orange wood grain texture behind all of that. It's just cute. Okay, here we go. Now, there. I'm just going to run this through, just so it's kind of, I'm treating it like a leader ender, but it's okay because I will use, if I was making a quilt, I would use like quite a few of these, right? Different, you know, quarter or half square triangles that are larger, so that would be good. So now I'm just going to press this to the dark as well. Basically, this is like an oversized hourglass block, right? And so you can get like a really large scale, low volume and use it and just have some fun with it, right? Okay, now these are going to nest lovely. Because you're taking your time to press to the dark. And now you match up the end. Here we go. And again, we're just going to put this through as a leader ender and take all of that stuff off. This is such a cute cheddar. This is was in a scrap bag or a donation, so I don't know where half the stuff comes from sometimes that I have in my stash, but that's a good thing because you end up being really good, getting really good about using fabric, you know, that you wouldn't have bought, wouldn't have purchased yourself. So you get some really cool ideas. Now with this, I'm just going to get this off. Run the last of it through. Okay, there we go. Get the trimming for this. There. So I get 2 half square triangles, larger ones, which I say I will use in something else. They'll be fun to fit into an orphan block or something, you know, that kind of thing. So now we're twisting this open. Like okay. So what was happening, this was all flat. So I see 2 seams. One's going this way, one's going that way. So I want these seams to go the same direction. So I'm going to press like that and press like that. And this pops open to a perfect little flat center. And like I say, I'm going to have to iron it, but you get the idea. Okay, so like I say, you press to the dark where you can, and if you, in order to get a nice flat center, you have to press the other way, that's okay too, because this will work. Now, this is, I'll get to our ta-da moment. Like I say, this, you know, you guys watch me how fast this was. This was such a fast, fun little quilt, but you could make an entire quilt top of this. So, let's get to, I'll give it a good press and we'll get to our ta-da moment. Okay, here's our ta-da moment. Now you can see this would be easily, you could make 2 blocks at a time. This was really a fast, fun, cool to do. You know, when you take an hourglass block like this and you start playing around with it, you know, all you needed to do now is add a body, like a rounded oval body and some antennae, and you'd have a butterfly, right? Or you could play around with this and do all sorts of fun little things with, you know, just... It would be fun. You know, you just got to have some fun with your block sometimes and maybe do a little fun embroidery or whatever on it. But yes, I just thought, okay, this large scale, low volume was just screaming to be used when I saw it. I was like, oh my God, it's so cute. But anyways, you can see how this all came together. So I do hope you're giving these a try. Half square triangles, if you're a beginner, you got to get good at them at some point, and you might as well. Now you could have sewn 2 at a time, right, by going back and up and back, right? Like, I mean, you know, you're putting 2 squares together and then going up and back, you know, like down and back, and then cutting through the middle. You could have made 2 half square triangles at the same time, and we've done demonstrations of that. That's not my favorite way of doing half square triangles because sometimes my scraps aren't big enough to do 2. Right? You know, I can get 1, but not the second one. But anyways, that's all up to you. You guys have a great time playing with this block and coming up with some fun ideas of your own. Okay, you guys, I hope everything is going great for you in your sewing room and your 1/4 inch is right on the money. So you guys stay well and take care until we see each other again. All right, bye! My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life and, you know, your 1/4 inch is perfect. Everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your lives and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.